Hi, my name is Mindy Laughlin. I'm here because I love Jesus and He brought me here. I grew up in a two-parent home, which was kind of two-sided rather. My mom's a very godly woman and my dad is not so much. He likes to party and drink and do all kinds of things. So it was a little difficult growing up, kind of, not knowing which way to go there. My mom always had us in church though, so I always had it in my heart that I knew what I was needing to do. After I graduated high school, I did really good in school growing up anyways, and after I graduated I started in college and took on full-time classes, full-time school, trying to pay my rent, full-time job. Couldn't do it. Started getting high, trying to stay awake to get everything done so I could get my homework and everything done, and just wasn't working out very well for me. And then after that, I decided I was going to go ahead and drop out of college, which was probably one of the bigger mistakes in my life. I wish I hadn't done that, but I did, and worst came to worst, and I just couldn't feed my habit anymore because I just kept on doing the drugs and didn't really want to work, and just started dealing drugs in order to pay for them, and things kind of hit the fan, and I kind of lost control after that, and that's when things pretty much started going down south for me. I had a couple relationships that were good. I had a lot of good friends, and still have a lot of good friends through it all, that also came to God, and that's a good thing that I've hung on to. And I've lost a lot of good friends too throughout the years of, just to drugs or, different things. But when I met my husband, was in 2007. We were both dealing drugs. We were both drug addicts, and we thought we could do that and make a life out of it. We went and got his son Brady from Oklahoma, and it was awesome, really. I mean, it wasn't awesome in the drug part of it, but I felt like I had a family. That was the first time I felt like I could actually be a mom to someone. He was 14 at the time, and he moved in with us. His mom is also a drug addict. She lives in Tulsa. And he moved in with us, and we put him in Willard School District, and everything was going okay. Mike started working at trucks then, so things had kind of calmed down at that point. Wasn't so off the chain at my house at that point anyways, but he was working, and Brady was in school, and things were going good. I got pregnant at 26. Never thought I could really have kids because I'd never been pregnant at that point. So it was kind of a surprise, but I do love my daughter and I wouldn't give her up for nothing. And when she was 9 months old, we got hit hard with something, and on my son's way home from school he was in a car crash, and it killed him and two other girls in the vehicle. And that was just kind of a slap in the face with reality, and it was difficult for both of us, really difficult for Mike, of course, being his dad. And at that point we thought we all had it under control. We were going to church, we were clean at that time, but things just kind of went south there. I don't know really what happened, but we both started doing drugs again, started using meth, and I saw my husband just kind of drift off, and he wasn't the same person anymore. I really didn't even know who that person was. And so shortly after that, he moved out, got his own house, was dealing drugs. We were both dealing drugs at that point again because we had to pay for our habit and pay bills and everything. So he got his own house, and that's when, that's when God kind of reached down and snatched us up, I guess. He was in a car crash, actually in a police chase, and rolled the truck 3 times. I remember when I got the phone call about it, it made me sick to my stomach, because I had already lost my son in a car crash, and I thought I had lost him too. And I just kind of was just awestruck by it, I guess. I didn't really know what to think. I found out he was in jail. He was okay. And then how I ended up here was he got out of jail. Rick and John come over. He started coming here to Freeway. And I really thought, nothing's really changed. He's just going to go right back to the same person he was. And, there's no reason for me to change what I'm doing, because I really thought nothing of it, because we had been down this road before. We were in church and always had gone back. No matter what, the devil always took us back to the drug world, and it never seemed to work. And my husband would read his Bible on a daily basis and just, with it in his face like this. So I just knew something was different, because I kept on using and he just kept on defending me. Everybody kept telling him he needed to leave, and he just kept saying that I would come around. And when I heard him saying that, it just kind of made me realize that maybe something had changed. So I decided to go ahead and come here to Freeway. I came one night. It lasted an hour. Ended up leaving at the hour break, because I was still using at the time, and it was convicting me. I mean, I still had Jesus in my heart at that time. I grew up in church and everything, but it was convicting me to be here and be high at the same time. And so I left. 2 days before Halloween, or in 2011, I decided I had had enough. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'd had enough with drugs and trying to chase them and trying to deal drugs and still have a family. And I knew what it was doing to my daughter. And I didn't want her to see me doing that anymore. And so I just put it down. And I came to Freeway, and I realized the family I have here is so awesome. And there's so much joy that people can get out of being here and being closer to God. There's so much joy it can bring you. It's no comparison to any high you can get on the street. And I'm just glad I came, because now I'm clean and have been. I was actually clean 6 months last Saturday, so that's a good thing.